Happy Friday, everyone. It's 21 News Chief Meteorologist Eric Wilhelm here, the Friday evening edition of Weather for Weather Geeks. We have some active weather to talk about this evening, but first let's do a little review of what turned out to be a record-breaking day today. As our forecast indicated, we did break the previous record of 78 set in 1931. At 2 o'clock this afternoon, we hit 79 at the Youngstown Warren Airport. By my count, this is the third record high of 2020. I think we've had two record lows this year. It's been a very warm 2020, of course, but we haven't had a lot of extremes on the high end or the low end so far this year. 79 locally today, 79 in Akron and New Philly, 78 in Pittsburgh was the high, and they matched that down in Wheeling. Check out this cold front across the nation this evening. This is a whale of a cold front, and 45 in St. Louis, but 73 here locally. It's 23 in Billings, Montana this evening. So this front means some business. Look at the 24-hour temperature change numbers. In St. Louis, Missouri, it's 36 degrees colder than this same time last evening. 29 degrees colder is the number in Dallas. We're 10 degrees warmer than the same time last evening, but we're going to see numbers here like they're experiencing out to the west as we go into our Saturday. I got curious about the biggest temperature drops in recorded history over a 36-hour period because we're going to go from 79 this afternoon to a low Sunday morning of about 33. It's about a 46-degree drop, but it's not going to crack the top 10 or anything like that. Most of our big drops tend to occur in the spring season when you still have very deep Arctic air still lurking across the North American continent, but you're also seeing springtime warmth trying to emerge, and so sometimes you get those huge air mass clashes and big-time cold fronts, more commonly in the mid to late spring. So you'll see all these dates are from April and March. And the biggest 36-hour temperature drop occurred from 4 p.m. on the 23rd of March to 4 a.m. on the 25th of March, 1966, a 58-degree temperature drop. Most recently, back in 2014, in early March, we dropped from 62 on the afternoon of the 11th to on the morning of the 13th, it was 6 above zero, a 56-degree temperature drop. Back here in the present, at least as of this recording, still a sliver of a severe thunderstorm watch out for the I-71 corridor from Cincinnati through Columbus up towards Mansfield and into the Cleveland area. That's in effect until 9 p.m. We've had plenty of severe weather today. Quite a few hail-producing storms, some localized wind damage in parts of Michigan and northwest Ohio. As of this recording, it is about 5 after 7. Pretty good-looking band of showers and storms. We had a very summer-like day today. The radar is very summer-like this evening. We've had occasional warnings with these storms, and again, as of this recording, severe thunderstorm warnings were out for Cuyahoga County, including Metro Cleveland, and then heading off to the west. Some hail and some strong winds embedded in these storms. Closer to home, as of 7:05, we had a couple of showers moving through Trumbull County. No big deal. I think the biggest severe weather threat this evening will likely come with this cluster that's probably going to be a near miss to the north for most of our television viewing area, but it'll be a close call. We might have to watch, especially in Trumbull County, before the evening is through. Most of you will be watching this well after I've recorded it, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot more time on the radar. Just stay tuned on social media this evening for continued updates, and I'll, of course, have a full update on 21 News at 11. Timing of our showers and storms, of course, most numerous this evening. They'll become less numerous as we go past midnight through the overnight, and I suspect most raindrops are gone by daybreak on Saturday. Maybe a sprinkle at the start of the day. A lot of clouds around, and wow, what a change. Clearing skies Saturday night means a cold, frosty start to the day on Sunday. I think we'll see a mix of sun and clouds Sunday. I've removed any late-day rain chances from our forecast. I now think that any showers would occur Sunday night, as you see here, and into parts of Monday as well. Overall, a gloomy and chilly start to next week. Weekend temperatures, 49 tomorrow, 53 on Sunday. Sunday's the better day to rake the leaves because I think we'll see a little more in the way of sun, and we'll have more time for those leaves to dry out after our overnight showers for tonight. Very wintry pattern shaping up over the next several days in the western U.S. Look at this big thing dumbbelling down into the Rocky Mountain states. This is a Mondo trough of low pressure, and surface temperatures, air temperatures in other words, well, a lot of this is up in the mountains, but still way below zero in parts of Montana, Wyoming, and down into Colorado by the end of the weekend and early next week. And it's even going to snow down into the mountains of Arizona and New Mexico underneath that, what becomes a cutoff low pressure system in the southwestern U.S. As we go into next week, that cutoff low will start meandering east. As it does so, I think we're going to see some opportunities for some wet weather. Now, a little hard to say which days at this point are more likely to be wet than others, but it's going to be a fairly unsettled, cloudy, and chilly week. And I think it's going to stay chilly through about Halloween. Longer range thoughts, starting to think that a milder pattern will start to take shape after Election Day, probably, after about the 3rd or 4th of November. What I'm seeing beyond that is encouraging if you're not quite ready to go straight into wintertime temperature regime. All right, make it a great rest of your Friday. Thanks for watching this week's editions of Weather for Weather Geeks. Again, I'll keep you updated on social media this evening, and I'll see you back here on Weather for Weather Geeks on Monday.